Let's go make this perfect little Christmas tree in acrylic paint. To begin with, I really love to use a black canvas because the contrast is delightful and charming as we make our Christmas tree. The first thing that I do in a Christmas tree when I'm making it is slightly do an outline. I do this with my illustrations. Just gives me where I'm going to be focusing on my shape. And as you can see, I'm really putting my branches to the right and to the left. On the upper portion, they are slightly going upward, and down below, we'll let them fall down to the ground as they would. Outlining some of that blue spruce, bluer, darker color down below because the highlights will be my grass green that I just tip off in different areas. Making sure to keep my eye on the shape while at the same time just giving some layers and sweeping upward to fill in some of these gaps. The lower branches, the motion of my brush sweeps downward while on the top we are making those lines to go slightly up, and then on each of the branches swiping downward as well. The actual physical branches, as you can see, are pointed downward, are the lower branches, but on each branch we have motions that sweep upward and downward. Those highlights, I start to place them, giving a little glow to this Christmas tree. And you can see I tip off just some of it, not all, allowing it to start to blend with those lower levels and layers of the darker paint. And a little more of those soft branches cascading downward. This is a light blue-green, bringing in another highlight besides our grass green. It's okay, in acrylic paint, you can just get a little towel like I did here, dip it in water. This was a little too much there, and actually slightly erase it. And the other trick here is to do very light little strokes so that these branches become more feather-like as we build our layers and add these different types of colors. And there we have it. A little more of that lighter color. And giving a little depth here with a forest green. Have that part toward the center. I'm starting to figure out where I'm going to be bringing in my browns to give that nice wood. I do want to mix the purple and the red a little together to give a little bit of a shadow. Again, making a straight line would be too obvious. We just want to give a hint and suggestion of it. Down below, I add more of that brown from that other mixture and just give little teeny pieces of it, slight suggestions of the branch structure underneath. It's pretty strong, so I'm just going to wipe it a little bit. It's okay for the base of it because I will bring in some other paint later. Coming up in there, a bit of that green and teal. And I really do have to depth of this little Christmas tree. Now to give our little red Christmas balls. I want them to be just hints of these little guys. But for me, this is the most charming part. Brings to life a little baby Christmas tree. Now this crimson red, awfully pretty against all the layers of the green. And I'm going to tip off here with orange to give a little tiny highlight to these little tiny Christmas balls. When I'm placing them, I look left and right to make sure that one side's not too heavily loaded with ornaments. You want a delicate composition, and balance is important. Now I just want to finish up and fine-tune this trunk of the tree. And bringing in that mixture I did earlier with the blue and the red to kind of tone it down so it kind of disappears into that black canvas, giving a little softer drop down of those lower branches. And it's looking really sweet. And I'm satisfied. Thank you so much for joining me today as we paint this little charming Christmas tree on a black canvas with acrylic paint. So fun to get into the holiday spirit. As always, I am wishing you happy acrylic paint creations. Have a great day.